When life began, so did cancer.
Prehistoric animals have cancer. In humans, you can find signs of cancer in ancient specimens.
Physician and scientist Siddharth Mukherjee calls cancer the emperor of all maladies in his Pulitzer Prize-winning History of the Disease. Around 400 BC, Hippocrates, the Greek physician known as the father of medicine, is said to have first given it a name, carcinos.
Why was it chosen? Why that word?
So the word comes from crab, and there was something about tumors as they sent their fingers or fingerlings into the body. They look like the legs of a crab sort of dug underneath the sand.
But the earliest reference to cancer can be found about 1,000 years earlier, here on this ancient Egyptian papyrus. As for treatment, it says,
cancer, one of the world's most dangerous and long-lasting diseases that, to this day, we have yet to find a cure for. It adapts and changes as we do, constantly evolving to evade new medicines and treatments. But before we can discuss the effects of cancer on our lives, we must first learn, what is cancer? Well, to start off, cancer is a disease that is in which malignant tumors grow out of control, spreading more malignant cells throughout the body, killing healthy cells and replacing them with cancer in its place. The side effects of cancer varies due to its many different forms. However, without proper treatment, many of them can be fatal. Now, let's discuss the effects that cancer has on the world as we know it, as its effects on humanity are vast and numerous. Cancer, as many of you know, is a serious matter. It can take loved ones from us without warning, or over the course of years at a time. This disease is a virus, and as such, it's always evolving, which means that, unlike our common bacteria, we don't have a simple cure for it, and we don't have a way to really solve it. However, people are always trying to develop new ways to fight off cancer. Chemotherapy is the most common treatment for most cancer types, as radiation tends to help shrink and deal with the cancerous cells to a more manageable level. When it comes to more specific strains, like skin and breast cancer, they can be treated with chemotherapy along with surgery, as it gives the patient a much higher chance of being able to recover without the cancer resurfacing. As we look at cancer and its effect on our world on a global scale, it appears that genetic mutations are tending to be even more likely within our society, leading to a slow but sure growth of total cancer patients in the world. This, however, is assisted by many other traits found in our world, such as chemical warfare, which has made an appearance in the past and even now in our current society, and the use of dangerous chemicals and nuclear materials have made it easier for radiation to infect the body and mutate the cells to create cancerous ones. Even our cell phones have a trace amounts of radiation in them, and new studies have shown that long periods of direct contact with cell phone screens increase the chance of abnormal cell mutations in the affected area, such as skin, smoking. These potent packages of pure pain permeate a deadly dose of tar-like substance which takes a toll on our lungs. Its carcinogens have been proven to actually cause cancer, as they help weaken our cells, which allows them to mutate more easily. In fact, smoking causes 16 different kinds of cancers and causes almost 20% of cancer deaths. So the question remains, why do we allow this business to continue in our country, or in the world for that matter? Sadly, the answer is obvious. As seen in the graph here, in just 1 year, the leading tobacco brands make almost $120 billion globally. For clarification, that's 17,266,187,050 packs of cigarettes in 1 year. So sadly, the answer is simply because it's profitable, and companies don't wish to stop it if they were going to make tons of money every year. However, cigarettes aren't the only thing that receive money in the terms of cancer, and in some cases it can be good. Alex's Lemonade Stand, for example, is a famous childhood cancer foundation that raises money via lemonade stands and large donations from kind-hearted citizens. These organizations give hope to the many children who have been diagnosed, as well as the parents who can't afford to pay for their children's treatment, and spreads awareness of the necessity that these companies have, as even a single dollar can have a major influence. Now, and finally, let's discuss the effect of cancer and its social impact on a global scale. Cancer, while being a terrible disease, has in a sense united the world, or at least in the sense of finding a cure. When something can get global research with scientists from around the world meeting together and sharing both resources and technology, it means that we as a people are working together to find a common goal, which is incredibly rare, especially in the current climate that we live in. As far as cures go, despite the efforts of our world, there is no current cure at this point in time, and in fact, chemotherapy actually causes a plethora of problems within itself, ranging from hair loss to a feeling of motion sickness and internal organ issues, as you're inducing your body to radiation, which can cause your cells to actually decay faster, and even though they do kill off the cancerous cells, they kill off just as many healthy cells at the same time. Overall, cancer in itself is a microscopic organism that has killed millions throughout the decades and generations of our lifetimes. And yet, recent studies have shown there might be an end in sight. With recent studies in genetic mutations and stem cell research, we can actually use the white blood cells within our own bodies, with careful genetic mutation and tampering, to modify our cells to make our bodies stronger and allow our cells to counteract the effects of cancer, and in some cases, adapt faster than the cancer can change itself, and find a way to kill these effectively, ridding them from our body. That future is still a long distance away, but hopefully not too long.